Welcome to the pilot episode of the Grapple Travel Show, a travel show for grapplers. I have been grappling since 2012 when I started Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and I love visiting different gyms and meeting more people who love to grapple. So the idea for the show is that I will drop in to visitor-friendly gyms and I'll interview the coaches and the students and I'll show you how they operate their classes and what their gym's like, and hopefully get a bit of inside info into the local area too. And then one day, when I have finally finished the conversion on this old school bus that I bought, I'll be able to take it around the gyms in Europe. But for now, I'm just going to stick to gyms in the UK, and this pilot episode is the gym that I currently train at, and it's to just show you the kind of format of the show. So if you have any ideas or suggestions for future episodes, then please do let me know. Okay, enjoy. Is VT Jiu Jitsu, Chippenham, Wiltshire, UK, and it is owned and run by MMA pioneer Leigh Remedios. I've been training and teaching here for the last couple of years, and I'm going to take you inside for a tour. So here we have the storage area. There's an MMA cage for the guys who need that. Really lovely mats, the best mats that I've ever trained on. Leigh is quite a decorated combat sports athlete, as you can see here. These are all his. This is the climbing wall that Leigh put up during the pandemic. We've got some hanging bags for the MMA guys. You might be wondering where the toilet is. Well, here's outside the gym, and here's a hedge. But if you're not happy with the hedge, then you can go down here to the end of the business park to our friendly neighbours, Spartan's Gym, and they kindly let us use theirs. Here's Leigh explaining why we have no toilet.
So, very quickly, the history of this is that I opened this with my ex-wife, and the idea was that she would be managing the place, but we went our separate ways, and so I had to take over, and I've got a day job. So we had changing rooms and we had plans to put a toilet in and everything else. And when I took over, I didn't have time to manage it like a proper business. So scrap that. I knocked away all the changing rooms and I put a cage in. And
at that point, there were no women training here anyway. It was all guys. So they just go out in the hedge. It's fine for them.
I have looked into putting a toilet in, but the plumbing is at the far end of the other end of the building, the far end, because we're in the middle unit. And there are units either side of us, and the plumbing's right at the far end, and I can't access it.
Yeah.
I've tried. I've had people come in, but I can't.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But I'm glad I got that on camera then, because, that is a good reason.
If you come here, empty your bladder before you come.
Get yourselves warm. 3-minute rounds, no break, off you go.
This gym is very informal and relaxed. There's no bowing in. When class starts, the warm-up's half an hour of light 3-minute rounds, or in the fundamentals class, some classic solo drills.
If you want to continue doing mountain attacks with me, cool, move down this end. If you want to work your own stuff, which is really cool, no issue at all, I'll come around and help you with that as well. But move down that end just so we can see how we're splitting the class. Okay, if you're in the cage, if you're working your own stuff, out here, partner up.
Recently, Leigh's been experimenting with splitting the class into those who want to learn technique with him and those who want to work on their own stuff. After class, we line up for announcements on our knees in belt colour order, even in no-gi, and then we bow out. Then we roll for the rest of the time left. The mats are split into 6 areas plus 2 in the cage. Everyone's responsible for staying in their own area, and there's no hierarchy for belt level. People leave at different times, and often there's still a few people rolling later than the official time. But once everyone's done, then the mats are cleaned and the gym's closed up.
about 9 months.
I've been training nearly 5 years.
I'd say about 2 years.
About 3 years, I guess.
You're a blue belt, right?
I'm a blue belt now, yeah.
But not from this gym?
Yes, I started in another gym in Bristol, and now I'm here for about almost a year now.
On and off for about sort of 12 years.
You're brown belt, right?
Yeah.
I trained out at Swing and Gracie for sort of 3 months. Lockdown happened, and then when we got released back out, I come down here.
I trained all over the place. So I'm in the army, so I move around every 2 years. So I literally find a new gym every 2 years, pretty much.
So I trained at Omar in Oxford. I trained a little bit at Carlton Gracie in London, and just kind of here and there really.
It's a bit of a community, and everyone, you see the same faces quite often.
The students are proactive about their learning. We're not just spoon-fed. We're sort of encouraged to problem solve.
I love Leigh's teaching techniques. I just find it's quite a homely field gym. It's just a bit more raw,
I think Leigh is a fantastic coach in that he individualises his coaching for his athletes. He's able to see what every athlete needs, and he tells you the truth. So he doesn't sugarcoat things.
It's a small gym. Everybody knows everybody. You're very close to the coaches, which is usually not possible in a big gym. So it's awesome.
School of Hard Knocks here.
This gym's great. It's got a really sort of friendly atmosphere. Everyone's welcome. The coaching's really good. Sort of, it's quite relaxed. The vibe is to try and sort of encourage you to take ownership of your learning. Also, the support's there if you need it. But I really like this gym.
So I've actually got one coming up in Tenerife in June, which I'm really looking forward to. And I've also got a seminar weekend this weekend coming actually in Manchester. So looking forward to both of those.
Yeah, 100%. I sort of it's definitely a habit now.
I'm here with Leigh Remedios. He is a famous MMA guy from back in the day. Today we are just going to talk about the gym. Your visitor policy, first of all, Leigh?
We don't have a drop-in fee. When we have visitors come by, they just train as my guest for free. If you're going to be here for 2 weeks, we're probably going to work something out. But if you just stop in by for a day or two, just come train. Could
you just tell me what your view generally is about cross-training? Because you're quite open about your students training elsewhere.
Yeah, so I don't mind at all that my students go and train somewhere else. We've got friends and other coaches that people go and train with, but they don't have to do that. They can go and train with whoever they want. I just want to teach Jiu Jitsu, and I want people to get better at Jiu Jitsu. I've been doing it so long that I've seen all this trying to maybe try and protect it, try and call people creanche, all this sort of stuff. It all comes out in the wash. And you travel and train, right? Because every year you go to Sardinia. Yep. And Tenerife. So that's become a staple now too. Yeah, so I went to the first one that they ran in Sardinia, the BJJ Summer Week. I've been to every single one. And I went for the first couple, I was going there and I was just going to all the seminars and learning as much as I could. But it's become kind of a bit more of a holiday now. I'll go there and go to the beach and just enjoy the food and stuff. But obviously I go there to train and learn as well. Wait, this is the Sardinia one? Yeah. But isn't this where you also ended up competing last time you went there? Yeah. In like a high-level pro event? Yeah. So what kind of holiday was that? Yeah, that was a rubbish holiday because I'm going out there to spend some time with my mates, do a bit of jiu-jitsu, go to the beach, have some Italian food. And then Polaris asked me, like on a week's notice, do you want to take a match?
Very late notice. I think maybe as recent as this week. Again, was here on holiday.
Only a few days ago.
Yeah, only a couple of days ago. Was here for BJJ Summer Week, basically here for a holiday, and was given the opportunity. And Leigh's been around a long time, Dan. A long time. MMA and grappling. He's always game. He's always ready to fight.
That's pretty cool though. You did switch your holiday into camp mode though at that point. Yeah, Yes, but I had to, and I will say I didn't really enjoy it. Right. I did enjoy the fact that I had a really good match, and it went really well for me. It worked out really well. But I didn't enjoy not being able to go to the beach all the time, staying out late, chill with my mates. I had to be on the mat doing rounds. Yeah, no, I get that. But if it hadn't worked out so well, then you would have really lamented that, I'm sure. But given that it did work out so well, it was a pretty good trade-off. He who dares, right? Yeah, exactly. That's cool. Any last things you would like to say about the area? I like Chippenham because it's in the south. Not because I've got anything against the north other than it's cold.
Like, I used to live in
Yeah.
Yorkshire and I didn't see a summer.
Oh, right.
And you don't really get bad areas over here. Of course, everywhere you go, you get bad areas, but in
Yeah.
Chippenham, like, you can walk anywhere you want to walk at night.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. And there's plenty to do around here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's close to Bristol, close to Bath, not even that far from London, really. And
There's a
you've
direct train.
Right, exactly. Yep, there's a train station in Chippenham, takes you right in.
You've got the M4.
Yeah.
It's really well located.
And also steeped in history.
Yeah. You aren't far from Bath, which has got all the Roman architecture. Mm-hmm. You're not.
Laycock, literally on the doorstep here.
Yeah.
Laycock Abbey and all that.
We're not a million miles from Stonehenge.
No, and Avebury. I love Avebury because it's much more accessible than Stonehenge. But yes, of course, Stonehenge is the big famous one, and that is not far either. So anyway, generally a pretty cool place to have a gym. And as if by magic, here we are. Along with Stonehenge, Avebury and its surroundings are a World Heritage Site. This Neolithic henge and stone circle is, according to the English Heritage website, open any reasonable time during daylight hours. There's a lovely pub there and a gift shop and cafe, and you can pay for a tour if you like, but you can learn plenty just wandering around yourself. If you have a dog, you need to keep it on a lead because there's often sheep grazing all over the place. Avebury's best enjoyed on a bright sunny day, unlike the drizzly day that we were there, and perfect if you enjoy a good countryside walk and some ancient history. The Arc is an indoor and outdoor climbing centre. They've got an outdoor climbing wall and skate park, but I took my nephew there at night to check it out, so we only climbed indoors. When you go there for the first time, you have to register on their system at reception. It only takes a minute and it's pretty straightforward, and you can actually do it online before you get there. It was £11 to climb for as long as we wanted because we went at an off-peak time. We just wanted to boulder, so we didn't need an induction or any equipment other than shoes. I had my own shoes. This was the first time that I'd put them on for over 25 years and they still fit. If you do need to hire shoes like Troy did, then you can do that at reception. It's got a little cafe, indoor and outdoor seating, and of course the awesome outdoor wall and skate park. Laycock Village and the Abbey have been used as a filming location for period dramas like Downton Abbey and Pride and Prejudice, and also a few Harry Potter movies. Before you go in to wander around the Abbey and the grounds, you have access to the Fox Talbot Museum, which takes you through the history of the camera and photography. Fox Talbot, one of the world's inventors of photography, took the world's first photographic negative image in one of the lattice windows here. The Abbey is a National Trust property and once was a medieval nunnery before becoming the home of the Talbot family. Unless you're a National Trust member, entry isn't cheap at £20, but if you leave yourself a good 2 or 3 hours to really soak it all up, then that's money well spent. The gym is located on the edge of the market town of Chippenham. Plenty of basic shops and lots of coffee shops and restaurants and pubs. And lots of other things to do like go-karting, escape rooms, supercar experiences and loads more. If you're visiting and you want to compete, then there's usually a competition almost every weekend somewhere in the southwest. Just check Smooth Comp for details. VT Jiu Jitsu is a small but a lovely little gym with a very high standard of Jiu Jitsu and a competitive but really welcoming team. Leigh and Shane are fantastic coaches, and if you drop by to train here, then you'll definitely leave with some real gems to take back to your home gym.